West Africa is grappling with a burgeoning opioid crisis that has ensnared millions, particularly its youth, in a web of addiction and despair. Central to this crisis is the illicit influx of potent synthetic opioids originating from India, which have flooded West African markets, exacerbating public health challenges and undermining socio-economic stability. This video delves into the intricate dynamics of this dark trade, exploring the roles of Indian pharmaceutical manufacturers, the impact on West African societies, and the multifaceted responses to this escalating crisis. Welcome to African Dream Motivation. Stay tuned and let's begin. Pharmaceutical manufacturers and the illicit trade. India, renowned for its robust pharmaceutical industry, has inadvertently become a pivotal player in the proliferation of illicit opioids in West Africa. Investigations have unveiled that certain Indian pharmaceutical companies are complicit in exporting unlicensed and highly addictive opioids to West African countries. Notably, a BBC Africa Eye investigation exposed Aveo Pharmaceuticals, a Mumbai-based firm, as a key supplier of dangerous pills containing tapentadol, a potent opioid, and carisoprodol, a muscle relaxant banned in Europe due to its high abuse potential. These pharmaceutical products, lacking proper regulatory oversight, are manufactured in India and then illicitly exported to West African nations such as Ghana, Nigeria, and Ivory Coast. The absence of stringent controls and the allure of substantial profits have emboldened these manufacturers to exploit regulatory loopholes, thereby facilitating the entry of these harmful substances into vulnerable markets. This clandestine network underscores a grave ethical and legal breach within segments of India's pharmaceutical sector, contributing significantly to the opioid epidemic in West Africa. The infiltration of these potent synthetic opioids has had devastating consequences on West African societies. The widespread availability and affordability of drugs like tramadol and tapentadol have led to rampant abuse, particularly among the youth. The socio-economic ramifications are profound. Addiction has led to increased unemployment as individuals become unable to maintain regular employment. Families are strained both emotionally and financially, with resources diverted to support drug habits. Communities face heightened crime rates as addicts resort to theft and other illicit activities to fund their addictions. Moreover, the public health system is overwhelmed, struggling to provide adequate treatment and rehabilitation services amidst limited resources. The crisis extends beyond individual health concerns, threatening the broader socio-economic fabric of these nations. The loss of productive workforce members hampers economic growth, while the societal stigma associated with addiction fosters marginalization and hinders effective reintegration of affected individuals. In Ghana, the opioid crisis has taken a particularly alarming turn with the emergence of a potent drug known locally as Red 225. This substance is a high-dosage form of tramadol, an opioid analgesic intended for severe pain management. While the Food and Drugs Authority in Ghana approves tramadol in 50 mg and 100 mg strengths, the unregulated 225 mg tablets have infiltrated the market, leading to widespread misuse and addiction. The abuse of Red 225 has become pervasive among the youth, particularly within urban centers. The drug is often consumed for its euphoric effects, serving as both a recreational substance and an illicit performance enhancer. This trend has been exacerbated by social media, where hashtags like #OneHimRed, translated as "Do you know Red," have gained traction, further normalizing and glamorizing its use. The socio-economic consequences of this epidemic are profound. Educational institutions report declining academic performance and increased dropout rates attributed to drug misuse. The healthcare system is strained by a surge in cases of drug-induced psychosis, organ failure, and overdose fatalities. Moreover, the rise in substance abuse correlates with escalating crime rates as individuals resort to illegal activities to sustain their addictions. In response to the escalating crisis, West African governments and international organizations have initiated various measures aimed at curbing the proliferation of illicit opioids and addressing the burgeoning public health emergency. Governments in the region have implemented stricter regulations to control the importation and distribution of pharmaceutical opioids. For example, following the exposure of the codeine syrup crisis in Nigeria, authorities imposed bans on the production and importation of codeine-based syrups. Similarly, efforts have been made to enhance the capacity of law enforcement agencies to intercept illicit drug shipments and dismantle trafficking networks. Public health campaigns have been launched to raise awareness about the dangers of opioid abuse. Educational programs targeting youths aim to reduce the initiation into drug use. Additionally, rehabilitation centers are being established to provide treatment for those struggling with addiction. However, these initiatives often face challenges such as inadequate funding, limited infrastructure, and societal stigma towards individuals with substance use disorders. Addressing the transnational nature of the opioid trade necessitates international collaboration. West African nations are working with international bodies like the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime to strengthen border controls and share intelligence on trafficking routes. Moreover, there is a growing call for pharmaceutical companies in exporting countries, particularly India, to adhere to ethical manufacturing and distribution practices to prevent the diversion of medicinal opioids into illicit channels. Despite these efforts, significant challenges persist. Corruption within law enforcement and regulatory bodies can undermine anti-trafficking initiatives. The adaptability of trafficking networks enables them to exploit new routes and methods to circumvent controls. Furthermore, the high demand for opioids driven by socio-economic hardships continues to fuel the illicit market. The opioid crisis in West Africa, fueled by the illicit trade of synthetic opioids from India, presents a complex and multifaceted challenge. It underscores the imperative for a comprehensive approach that includes stringent regulatory oversight, robust law enforcement, public education, and international cooperation. Addressing the root causes such as poverty and lack of opportunities is crucial in reducing the demand for illicit substances. Only through coordinated and sustained efforts can West African societies hope to overcome this devastating epidemic and safeguard the well-being of their populations.
Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for more.